welcome back to another episode of Chalk Talk Podcast, number 6, guys. Episode 6. I'm your host, Tony,
And Nick.
and we're here to handicap the Preakness, guys. Today's the day we break down, we go horse by horse, and let you guys see and evaluate with us the possible contenders for this Preakness 9-horse race field. What you got for us, Nicholas? What do you see in this Preakness? What's
Like I said, it's gonna be most of the ones that ran in the Derby are gonna be commanding the ship. So
wow?
we'll see.
So you think in between journalism and American Promise, because those are the only two horses?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be those two. They
Okay.
ran in a big crowd. They know what it feels like to run in a crowd of horses. And Sandman showed up. Sandman's there too. Don't forget Sandman.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
So that's three.
Sandman. I was just raging about him yesterday, and I forgot about
Yeah.
it. I forgot about him.
So I think Sandman will step up. We'll see him make a move. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Needs to bounce back. Let me go ahead and share the presentation, guys, of the horse field we will be presenting to you guys. Yesterday we showed the similar page, but today we are going to go in full detail with our horse number 1, goal oriented. Like I said, goal oriented yesterday. We talked about him. He has 2 races, 2 wins. The races he's been on basically are maidens and basically allowance claiming, correct? Nicholas?
Yes. And the first one was only 6 furlongs. And then
Yeah.
another was a mile on the 16th. So I don't know how much data you could get out of those. I mean, that's a big difference, 6 furlongs to a mile on the 16th. But that race he did run, mile 16th, it looked like he could, he'd keep the distance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and show that race to the people. See what we see. Basically, he has good speed figures by the looks of it. Really good speed figures. He can keep up with the pack. The race of... Sorry.
it was like the third race at the Derby.
Oh, okay, Churchill Downs. I brought up the 6 furlong race. Sorry, guys.
Oh, all right. Well,
No, I messed up. It was supposed to be the one that you said. At Churchill Downs. There you go. Can you see that, Nicholas, or no? You can't see it?
no.
What
There it is.
about... No?
There it is. We got it.
All right, guys. Sorry for the technical difficulties, and they're off. Basically, this race is... Look at the race, though, Nick. It's a muddy field. So, he's ran in heavy slope,
Yeah.
Orientated is...
Number 5, no?
Yeah, he's number 5.
Number 5.
6 of 5 favorite on this race. Looks like he likes the lead.
Just for the trainer. Based on the trainer, I'm sure.
You see how he's holding him back? Look at that that tough pull he's
Yeah.
doing, the jockey. That's crazy compared to other horses just letting them ride.
What struck me funny about this one, that they all ran on the inside the day before, and then
Yeah.
the following day, this is actually the same day, and then later on in the day they ran towards the middle.
Yeah, during the this is the same day they ran the Derby, correct?
Yeah, same day.
Same day of the Derby. Look how easy he's just riding on the turn. Just secure coming on the outside, trying to test him. He's not getting phased at all. Look how easy. Look how smooth. I don't know, man. This this could have been Citizen Bull on the Derby, man.
Yeah.
You should have taken notes of this race. But look, here comes the one on the outside. One of the 7 horse, maybe the 7 horse. This is 7 horse, sorry.
Almost catches him.
But you see that he didn't even ask him towards like the straightaway?
Yeah.
Look at no mud on that jockey.
Still clean.
No mud on that
And
jockey.
it looked like that horse could go on for more. And this is an important thing to look at. Everyone always thinks that that's it when they're done. But watch what the horse does after the race. If you see that horse look lethargic or just look like it can't go on any further, for future races that are a little further, he's not going to be there. If he's obviously getting tired already, you could see he barely made it to this one. But this horse, he kept running. He looked like he could go a little further.
Yeah, no,
So
yeah.
that's a little note to take
I mean,
on this horse if you're following along. Or
that showed a really, really good performance from him.
yeah,
I think uh I don't know, racing it in the mud is a plus for me just because I know he ran on a heavier surface
Yes.
than regular dirt. So kind of leaning on this horse, being a Bob Baffert horse as
Yeah,
well.
just on the trainer alone, and then he's got the second fastest speed
Yeah, that's true.
at a mile and 16. At a mile and 16.
So all he has to do is run 2/16 more, and he gets the race. So on to our next horse, the odds-on favorite, Journalism. I don't know if you guys want to see this, but Journalism's last race was the Derby. Derby, he came in second to Sovereignty.
It was a good race,
Good
but
race.
in the end, and almost got beat by Hazel, another horse I was
He
hoping would
almost
come in.
necked him out. He almost got him at the end. So, do you want me to go ahead and show that race, Nick? Or
Yeah, you want to show that one? That was a good one. We can see what he could do. Oh, do you want to go to mile 16th race? So that way you could see what it does at a mile 16th. That was
yeah.
a good race around at Santa Anita.
Okay, yeah, we
At
can
the
do
Santa
that.
Anita Derby. Because it's a big difference, a mile and a quarter and a mile and a...
Well, a mile and a quarter is more than a mile and 16.
Yeah. It's,
I don't even see that. You see it?
yeah,
Why it takes long to check time.
technical difficulties.
Technical difficulty, guys. Bear with us. All right. What about now?
Yeah, it was a short field.
Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay. And they're off, guys. So this short film. This is the Sarnia Derby, one of the races Journalism won, so he can qualify to the Derby. As you guys see, he's also a front runner, not like an actual front runner, but he likes to be behind the leader. He was doing that most of the race, and he also raced Citizen Bull on this one. Citizen Bull was on this
But
race too.
if you notice on this, he's laying back. He's saving all his energy towards the end.
Yeah, he's on the
So he's a
one.
number one horse.
Yeah, he's number one. And this race actually did surprise me because usually people are accustomed to him being second, second place up in the front with chasing the leader. And as you see, look at him. He's trailing the field right now. He's not that far back either. So that would consider him being mid pack on like a 10 horse. Look, you see that? You see that, Nicholas?
Yeah.
You see how the journalism's head was buckling?
And as soon as they come off this turn, watch him just turn up the speed.
That's crazy how Citizen Bull doesn't start riding until turn and journalism still gets the back.
Here it is. Watch what happens at the run out if they
This
show it.
is this is a good example of like a horse being pushed and the horse responding.
Yeah.
The horse just was kept on being pushed, and the horse continue responding. That's crazy. I didn't see the Santa Anita one. I saw the other ones, but I
Yeah.
didn't see the Santa Anita Derby. That's
It was
crazy.
a short field, but I mean, you can kind of see what happens at a mile and 16.
I'm just surprised that he was ridden before the turn. He was
Yeah.
ridden hard at half of the turn, and then he just kept on pushing. Usually, horses that get pushed on half of the turn always end up fading. Like they don't get to the leader,
Yeah.
So he had great power to continue pushing. Just once again, guys, this is your 8-5 favorite for the Preakness on Saturday. Next horse we're
Well, it seems to
sharing.
have the fastest speed out of the 9. Journalism ran
Oh,
off
okay.
a
That's
minute 42 seconds, 0.24. So
at 116.
yeah, I won on 160. Yep. American Promise.
Next horse will be American Promise at 15-1.
Go to the Virginia Derby. That was a good one.
Junior Derby, okay. So just you guys to know, he ended 16th place at the Kentucky Derby. Prior to that, he did place first at the Virginia Derby. That's the video we're gonna go ahead and show
Stay
you
here for a second, though. If you notice, I was talking about, and other people have talked about, this trainer's horses are always hit and miss. They're good, they're bad, they're good, they're bad, they're good. So if you notice this one, where he's placed, he's comes in like 7th, and then he comes in 1st, and then he doesn't hit the board. He doesn't hit the board, then he hits a 1st, and then he's all over the place. I mean, it's hit and miss with this horse, and But this is trainer's been known for that. Sometimes he might be saving his horse for another race. You know, he's not there to win all the time. And that's another strategy they do. Because if you run a horse at top speed, at some point that horse is going to get burned out. So maybe one of the races he was just out there doing what they call a public, pretty much public training. He was just out there running with other horses to get a feel for it. And then he was saving himself for another big race.
Wow.
So just a tactic they use.
That sounds like a Rocky tactic.
Yeah, it's a tactic. Yeah, I mean, if you were to run a horse, you know, eventually the horse is going to burn out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
Okay. Let me go ahead and pull up. You said the Virginia Derby, correct?
yes.
Okay, let's do that. Virginia Derby, and we're analyzing American Promise, guys. American Promise is a horse that we're looking at. 15-1 in the Preakness Stakes. So the Virginia Derby is held at Colonial Downs. Just
Yes.
you know, it's not a popular racetrack, but you know, this is a derby that qualifies you for the main derby. So bear with me, guys. I will be sharing that now. You see that, Nicholas?
Yes, sir.
All right, and they're off. Colonial Downs. This is a tape of the number 3 horse, American Promise. American Promise at 15-1.
Which
Odds for
I believe is the 6th horse. No, I'm trying to remember this one.
for this race. Sorry, no, I was just letting them all know that.
Yeah, no, for this one.
It's crazy how basically I haven't seen this track. It looks different, huh? I haven't seen this track.
Yeah, it's cold.
It looks way different from what I remember when I was young. Colonial. That's pretty. Hey, that's a pretty fast pace. They're running at 40 miles per hour. That's crazy. Look how every horse is already pushing. Except for the 3 and the 6, they're clear. But every other horse before mid-turn, they were already pushing. And the 3
Here it
opens
comes,
up.
watch. Actually, it was a 3 horse?
Yeah.
I'd have been the 3 horse. Sorry, my bad. And he ends up winning by 7 lanes. There it is. That was big.
Wow. That
was
crazy.
surprising. That's why everyone had their hopes on this one for the Derby. I mean, you come off a 7 lanes win.
It was an impressive win. Ran 3 wide the whole race.
But it could have been the competition too. That's what we're talking back to, that high school level playing college.
Yeah.
Big difference.
No, it makes a big difference. So if you put it in perspective, if people were going based on these performances that this guy gave, I would have too. If I would have seen this race before, I would have been like, oh, damn, American Promise has something. Because for a horse run 3 wide most of the race and still close that strong, it talks about numbers.
But if you notice, now that I'm looking back, he ran it at 1:44 seconds, Tony. And the other horses were seven lanes behind him. So they ran 1:50. That's nowhere near the horses that are running in the Preakness.
Yeah.
That's not even the worst ones out of all of them. So that means the competition wasn't really that good. If you're coming 7 lanes behind a horse, and this horse is ranked 7th fastest
of the whole race
out of the 9.
Damn. So he's like bottom 3. He's bottom 3.
Yeah. So that's another thing to look out when you're looking at trying to figure out what horse you're gonna go with.
We're on to our next horse at the Preakness stake. Let me open
This is
this
the
up.
one.
It's the number 4 horse. Oh, did you say the one? Are we gonna open the sirens up this
Heart of Honor.
Art of Honor. Wow. Okay. Well,
The
sound the
female
siren.
win this Preakness. It'll be the 3rd female to ever win.
Wow. Sound the
And she pulled it off.
alarm. Nicholas is saying this is his horse.
I don't know. I mean, if she doesn't do it here, they're bringing her back for the Belmont. So
Wow. Okay.
they're gonna keep this horse in the United States, and I don't know. They're gonna let it run somewhere else in between.
A bad record. The last 4 starts, all in the money, second and first. Has ran the distance too. Has ran the mile and 3/16, which is what they're running on Saturday.
Aren't they running a mile and 16th, Tone?
No, it's 3/16.
Is it?
The Preakness is 3/16.
All right.
Yeah, the Preakness is 3/16. So we will be bringing you guys the UAE Derby,
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah, mile 16.
which is the recent race that she raced against a Derby contender, which was Admire Daytona, which we
Yes.
forgot the name yesterday
That
of
was
that.
it. Admire.
Admire Daytona. So this is the race. This is not for Admire Daytona, guys. Sorry, this is for Heart of Honor, coming out of the previous race in the United Emirates, if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
They ran 1 mile 3/16. Can you see that, Nicholas?
Yeah.
And they're off. The way they run here, it's a way different camera angle. It's gonna look weird to you guys if you're not used to seeing horse racing out in the States. They have a different camera angle than what we're used to here in the United States. So yeah, Heart of Honor, Heart of Honor raced her hard against a horse that we saw in the Derby. What's
Admire
it?
Daytona.
Admire Daytona. Wow, I keep on thinking about
I
luxury.
keep forgetting the Admire part. I know Daytona's in there.
Yeah, it's Daytona. That's the part I know. Daytona, I admire now. But as it looks, the field looks pretty. Like from first to last looks about a good 10 lengths, right?
Yeah.
10, somewhere around there, 10 lengths behind. So usually horses here, what I've seen, I don't know, I'm probably wrong, but when I've seen the Saudi Arabia Derby, the Qatar Derby, usually the horse that's always in front just takes off and you never catch him.
If you notice, this is her in the middle right here. This is Steffi running in the middle of these three horses.
Let it loose.
And then you got Admire
What?
Daytona.
On the outside?
Admire
Hard.
Daytona's on the inside, and then Heart of Honor's in the middle of this pack.
Oh man, who's on the outside?
So she's running. I couldn't tell you that horse.
Man, so look,
So she
she's
starts to
faded
lose
and
it and
she's
then
coming
comes
back?
back.
Wow, okay, I didn't see this race.
And look at what she does at the end, man. Head bob.
Did you see what she did though? Did you see or no, Nicholas?
A head bob.
She started moving diagonally.
If she would
So
have stayed straight in the line.
yeah, if she was straight in the line, I think she would have won.
Yeah.
She started opening. You can tell on the race that she started, heading
Pulling
this way.
out. Pulling out, yeah.
Wow.
A
See,
head bob
this is
to
why I
Japan's
gotta
second best horse.
I gotta watch more international racing. I'm not used to watching international racing like
That's
you
where the
are.
money's at. If you want to make money, you want to wake up early in the morning or stay
Like
late up at night.
3 in the morning watching Hong
Yeah.
Kong, Japan, Australia,
Yeah.
United Emirates.
That's where the money is. I
Wow,
mean,
crazy.
that's because the fields are a lot bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
Where we're
No, they're
running
way bigger.
5, 6 horses, they're running 20, 16, 13.
On
So,
our next horse, you got any closing statements with Heart of Honor since you kind of wanna?
no, I think it'll be up there. I think it's gonna be one of the contenders I'm gonna keep up there. I got a couple on my mind. You changed my mind earlier. We're talking it earlier, and I've changed the horse, but this is one I'm gonna keep.
Surprise, and she will be on my exotics. I can tell you that. Next horse, number 5, Pay Billy. Pay Billy. Pay Billy has a lot of races under his belt. I can say I believe he has about 9 races. Basically last 5 are looking good. 6 all in the money. First, second, first and second. So
Oh, look at these times, though, Tony.
the times are really slow. His last recent race he did 152 at a mile and 1/8. It's pretty slow to me. I don't know about you, Nicholas. That's
Yeah,
pretty slow to be
he's the
running
slowest
out.
one. Slowest one out of the pack.
Really. So what we're doing now, we're
So,
going to show you whatever we can of this race. Hopefully they have most of it. I guess they don't know. They got the wide turn only. So sorry guys, there's only
yeah.
enough that we can show you guys. Sometimes, we try to look for the complete race. Sometimes it's not there. Is it there now, Nicholas?
Yeah, it's coming out.
Yeah, so this is Pay Billy his recent stakes win, Laurel Park, which once again that's literally I'm not gonna say it's down the block, but it's in the neighborhood of where
Yeah, it's in
Pimlico is.
Maryland.
So it's in Maryland. So off they go, guys. This is the only clip we have for the recent race for Pay Billy. Pay Billy is not sure what horse number he is. I did not check. Shame on me. but it looks like it's going to be the 9 horse since
The
he's
nine
pulling
horse.
away. He's pulling away. Looks like, yeah, I don't know. It didn't look like he had any competition at all. I don't have really much to say about the horse. That's the most recent race we got.
Yeah.
On paper, I can tell you this. Let me go back and share this so they can see. On paper, I don't want to sell him, but on paper, he has wins under his belt. But what I
Well, look at
do
the
see,
competition in Laurel Park.
yeah,
Come on now.
exactly. You know, his competition hasn't been strong either. So I can't go ahead and put a finger on this guy. His
He's an unknown jockey, kind of.
his record is there. I'm gonna give you guys that. I want to be a little bit open and share this. His record's there for
They ran him
last.
at a 111 on last December.
Yeah, yeah, but that was at 6 furlongs.
Yeah.
So you know, that's about 3 furlongs less than what they're gonna be running on.
3.5. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 less. Our next horse, you good with this, right, Nicholas?
Yeah. River
Next horse,
Thames.
River Thames. River Thames.
That's our fourth fastest horse.
Nicholas has been selling this horse to me. He's like, hey, you gotta watch this. Hey, you gotta see that. And, you know, guys, I'm not gonna lie. He will be in the money. First, second, or third. Not sure which place he's gonna do, but he will be in the money. I did watch that Fountain of Youth race against the Derby winner Sovereignty.
Yeah.
It is. It was a good race, and I think that's the race we should show him. Nicholas, what do you think? Do you think we
Yeah.
should show
That's the
that
one I
one,
was thinking too.
or should we
Why
show
not?
him the Keeneland lost? No, right? You agree?
Yeah.
All right,
No,
cool.
go to the Fountain of Youth.
The
That was a good
Fountain of
race against Sovereignty that ran at the Derby.
Yeah, okay. So we're going
Our
to the
Derby winner.
Fountain of Youth. Going to the Fountain of Youth. Once again, this is River Thames. River Thames has also a good record. He's raced. If I'm pretty sure he's raced a couple Derby horses as well as
Yeah.
your winner. He's raced Sovereignty. He's raced East Avenue. He's raced Bourbon Square. So a lot of Derby horses that he has raced. So just watch this race, guys, and
They're
away
gonna
they
be
go.
the three horses that were Derby weighing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So I believe River Thames on this one is your 2 horse. Is it? Yeah. Right. It's gonna pop up right now. I know. Neo Echo. Yeah. Oh,
There
so
you
it's a
go.
6 horse. Sorry, guys. I was looking at the silk. Sorry, guys. So yeah, the Neo Echoes was also a horse in the Derby.
Yeah.
You know, he was a horse in the Derby. Sovereignty was a horse in the Derby. Birmingham Square, which was the favorite on this one, was in the Derby as well. So River Thames has raised good opposition.
Staying on the outside, looking
He's
good
no
out
he,
there.
he's no stranger to racing class. I can tell you that.
Look at
As in,
Sovereignty's way in the back, just laying back. I'm gonna talk about Sovereignty. No, just kidding.
nah, it's Sovereignty.
No, just kidding.
The
But look at
quitter.
that.
He
Sovereignty's
didn't
right
want to
here.
go
This is
for
the
the
number
triple
2 horse
crown.
right here.
He didn't want to go for the triple crown, Nicholas. He's a quitter.
We'll see him at the Belmont.
But look at how he's just applying pressure to Neil Echoes. That's crazy how Neil Echoes like went this fast, but in the Derby, like he faded so quickly. Like half of the race, I believe he was
Yeah,
done.
correct.
But look at River Thames just pushes away. I want to see what I didn't pay attention last time to is does a jockey think he's in the clear?
Watch this happen in the end. All he's going good.
See, I think the jockey's in the clear because
No,
look,
he has to hear Sovereignty. Right here, he gave up. He stood up already. Watch this.
no, yeah, I did see. It's just kind of weird that he didn't whip him till the Sovereignty passed by him. You know, it was a good race, though. Really
But
good
you
race.
gotta hear a big horse like that coming. It's like thunder.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
like thunder's coming.
No, that's true. That's true. It's just
See the run out? You gotta see the other ones. That's a good sign.
yeah,
They're still running it out after the race. That's a good sign.
he wants more. Feed him more. But the 2 horse is Sovereignty, though. Remember?
Yeah, but still.
But look at this. Look at this. Look,
I
man.
wanna
This is
watch
what I
it
want to
now.
show you. Look how he just shows him the whip. He doesn't whip him once, twice, Well, look at number 7. He already whipped on like 20 times, right? I just feel like he could have done a little bit more. His
Yeah.
jockey, his jockey could have done a little bit more. I'm not saying abuse the horse and hit him so many times, but I'm saying I think he could have pushed him
Yeah, a little more.
a little bit more,
Up him over that
a
hill.
little bit more. But good horse. Nick sold me on this one. Honestly, I do have him as like I told you guys. He's going to be placing first, second, or third for sure. I see a lot of um, pace that he was able to pace it out with the leader. He wasn't in the lead. He was stalking the leader, and he made this move, which was a great move on the outside. He didn't have to go wide. He pulled out a little bit wide. He shows power and speed.
Yeah.
Once again, I see him as a contender in this one. Nicholas sold him good on me as well.
Here's another one to look for.
Yeah, another one to look forward. And guess who's coming up, guys? Number 7. You guys know who number 7 is?
Number
What?
5, Tony, clever again. Oh yeah. You're right. Number 7. My bad. I'm
Yeah,
thinking. I'm looking at the speed. I'm looking at the speed. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. I don't know what happened. Can you see that? Sorry, technical difficulty, guys. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Can you see that, Nicholas, or no?
Fine.
And we're back, guys. Sorry about that. We had technical difficulties out here. We're trying to share for Sandman. We're at Sandman. Let me go ahead and open this up, Nicholas. Apologies to the audience. Sandman number 7 at 4-1. I got a lot to say about this guy, man.
Sure.
Got a lot
Bring it
to say
on.
about this. Man, he sold me good. I thought he was really going to be a good contender coming off the Arkansas Derby. His performance was great. He ran a mile 1:8 at 150. Not that fast. He is a closer, so he was just stalking. He was actually being a stalker at all the way at the end. The Derby was a really bad race for him. Want to say maybe the kickback, messed him up. He had too much kickback. 20 horses in the field. Well, 19 horses were in the field. He just couldn't get the job done, man. He couldn't get the job done. Basically, he closed out late. He closed out late. I really thought he had an opportunity. Baeza closed beautifully. Baeza did a good job. I was wishing he would have stalked Baeza or even Final Gambit that came fourth. But yeah, should we show him the Derby race? Should we show him
the
which one, the Derby?
You want to go to a win? You want to live on a high note, or are you bringing us down?
Man, that's the thing, man. If I show you guys the Derby, I'm literally underselling him. If I bring
give
you
a win or something,
man, I sold it on IG, man. I told everybody Sandman was a contender. Everybody was asking me on I said wrong. Sandman. Yeah, let's show him the Derby, Nicholas. Let's show him the Derby. Let's go ahead and do that now. Tell me if you can
Sandman was what race? It was high up there, wasn't it?
7th. He played 7th.
No, what was his number, though?
We're
going to look for.
He was number
17. I was to say that. I had to make sure.
Yeah, he was number 17, He had to wait for the rest of the field to do what they had to do. You think
coming from the outside will have any effect on this one, though? He's coming out of the 7th spot?
No, well, hopefully not, because he did it when he won at the Arkansas Derby. I think he won out of the 7th spot. Yeah, if I remember, he was at either the 7th or the 6th spot when he was in the Arkansas Derby. So, he raced wide. Like, he's a wide closer. Like, he can go wide and close, Like, his races have been like that. So, bear with us, guys. This is the Kentucky Derby.
We're looking at the 17 horse here, guys.
Yeah, 17 right here. Let's see how he breaks.
See if we can see where he went wrong.
He pulled back. There was no bumping, no nothing.
Right there, I think it might just be the kickback, Tony, like you said.
I think it was that, man. Like, Final Gambit's all the way in the back. Look at Final Gambit, though. I know we're not talking about Final Gambit, but man, like I think Sandman had a better position than him. He's second to last right now. On the wide turn, you guys see the gray horse, second to last. I don't know if they're gonna show it. Hopefully they do. Second to last, guys. You guys see him? He's right there. He's right here. Second to last, maybe racing too wide right now at the moment. Like I don't want to find an excuse for him, but it could be the kickback. But if Final Gambit was able to close that hard and finish fourth, I think Sandman could have
But
done
look
more.
who
I
Final
want to see if he
Gambit's
was.
running after, bro. He's running Sovereignty's lane.
Cause look, see, Sandman's already opening up there. He's opened probably 7 wide already at the turn. Look at that. He's already 7 wide, Nicholas.
Wow.
And look, Final Gambit's right behind him. Look,
Yeah.
you see it? Look at them. 17-3. 17-3, both gray, white horses on the outside.
And even goes wider. Jeez, there goes
Yeah, he probably goes 10 wide. Look at that.
Final Gambit went
Checks out
way
right there
out and then
once.
just took it. If you see, tried to follow him and then he just went back inside and got into, kind of bumped that horse right there.
The Baeza bumped Final Gambit. I think if Baeza doesn't open up, Final Gambit gets third. But you see, like, if we go back, I'm gonna go back a little bit. I'm gonna go back. Can I go back a little bit? Yeah, I'm gonna go back a little bit and just watch how wide he is at the turn. Can you
Yeah.
still see that, Nicholas? Look how wide. That's 10 wide. That's easily 10 wide. And look how he checks out right there. Nobody gets in
Final
his
Gambit
way.
kind
Yeah,
of
maybe
throws a
Final
little
Gambit.
more dirt in his face.
But look at Baeza. Look at Baeza. I know we're not analyzing that horse, but I don't know, man. I just feel like Sandman, he promised a lot and didn't deliver. I do see him as a contender just because this is gonna be a dry day. Hopefully, it's not gonna be
Yeah.
wet. It's not gonna be a muddy field, and maybe he proves everybody that doubts him right now wrong. I think Sandman's gonna be my horse. I'm gonna sound the alarms. I'm gonna forgive him for
To
what he did
win?
to me in the
Or
dirt.
to
To win.
win?
No, to win. To win. I
Just
think
send me the
he'll.
money. Send me the money
I
right now. I'll cover your bet.
think honestly, I think he'll do what Baeza couldn't do, and that's close on journalism.
Think that's gonna happen,
I
huh?
think he'll.
I don't know, Tony.
I really, and it's not because I like the horse. It's just I seen his races and I see the potential. I think this race is set up
You
for
think
him to
that was
win.
just too
There's a
too
lot
big
of
of a
vehicles.
crowd? You're not used to running in that
I think
20?
so. I think so. I'm gonna go ahead and make that excuse for him. I think the crowd was
He's
just
the
too
third
big for him.
fastest horse.
There you go. See, it matches, right?
Yeah.
The information matches. All right, that was Sandman, your 7 horse, 4-1. You know, I can't say more than, you know, he also has a really good jockey, Nicholas. He has John
Yeah.
Velasquez, really
Johnny
good,
V.
you know, jockey. He's won, you know, he's won the Derby. He's won so many things. So
Yeah.
for me, knowing Johnny V is gonna be on Sandman, even though, you know, the horse can show up whenever he wants, but I think adding the jockey, because I don't think John Velasquez rid him last time, right?
I thought that was his main horse.
It was someone else. Is it?
Go back and check.
I want to say, wasn't what's his name on it? I will go back and check. Let's fact check myself on this one. No, it was Jose Ortiz. Jose Ortiz was his rider in the Derby.
At the Derby?
Yeah,
Wow.
in the Derby, Jose Ortiz was his rider. Yeah, that's why I was all like, you know what? No, Johnny V is a good plus to to this
Yeah.
horse. You know, I'm not discrediting Jose Ortiz. He's a really good, but
Yeah.
let's be honest, he's not Irad Ortiz.
Yeah. His brother's a lot better.
All right, guys. Am I sharing anything right now? I can't see. Sorry,
No.
Nicholas. You no? Okay. So I'm going to be sharing our next horse. Our next horse is going to be Clever Again. Once again, guys, I said Sandman's a good horse, but Clever Again, I'm a person that looks at sire, and his dad is American Pharaoh. American Pharaoh, as you guys know, was one. He was a Triple Crown winner, right,
Yes.
Nicholas? You know, and his dad was also a Derby contender, a pioneer of the now. So his grandpa is also a great freaking horse. So what checks out on this horse for me is that he comes from good blood. He can probably be a late boomer,
Yeah.
Nicholas. A lot of people are not paying attention to his races. He only has 3. His last race comes from winning in I believe Oakland
Yes.
Park. He won there. He beat a good horse. He beat Gaming. I don't know if you
Yeah, he's a
remember
good horse.
Gaming. He was a contender for the Derby, but you know just didn't qualify because of points. Didn't qualify for enough points. Gaming on that race, which is the race I think I'm going to show you guys. Gaming on that race, you know, faded but came back. But Clever Again showed good numbers
Yeah,
on
it was
that
a good
race.
race.
Yeah, I think he showed power, speed. He was a 6-5, not second favorite to Gaming being the odds-on favorite at even. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much what I have on Clever Again. But I think it's going to be, Clever, Sandman, Clever Again, and journalism. That's the
Yeah.
trifecta. I think
Really?
that's how. Yep.
All right.
It's crazy, but that's just my opinion. I did like people think I'm crazy for jumping on these horses, but I like journalism. I like the favorite. I can't say nothing bad about journalism, but
Yeah, journalism
here
definitely is
in
gonna
this
win this.
channel, we are
I know,
against.
but
We are the favorite, but I don't have nothing bad to say about journalism. Journalism is a great horse. He showed it in his previous races. He showed it at the Derby. Sadly, he didn't win the Derby. Everybody wanted journalism to win the Derby. Um, but just and I like his jockey, man. His jockey's a really good jockey. But for me, I think Clever Again is going to upset this field. Let me go
wow.
ahead and bring that up for you,
All right.
Nicholas. Okay, you
Yeah.
see that? And tell me what you think. I don't know if you've seen this race prior from doing your notes. He's the number 5 horse on this one. Leads the field the whole way. I felt like he wasn't even tested. Like Gaming's number 7, the odds on favorites, number 7. And the horse I'm talking about, Clever Against number 5 at the both take off. They're both at the lead. And you see how smooth
Yeah,
he's riding them,
for
Nicholas?
sure.
Very smooth. He's letting them loose. Like he doesn't have them on the hold. The horse is dictating the race for him. I saw this race, and I know it's just a small stake race at Oakland, but you know, beating Gaming is a big task
Yeah,
as
for
well. A
sure.
lot of
That
people
is.
had that horse being in the Derby, but just sadly couldn't qualify. You see how look everybody's riding. Look, everybody look 7, 8, and 4 are riding already, asking their horse to go. Look at the 5. Look at you saw what he did. He just checked. He's like, okay, who's behind me? Who's behind me? Straight away, bam, lets them loose and just clears the field. Gaming's coming, but just doesn't have enough power in the tank. Just takes off maybe 4 or 5 lengths.
Yeah.
Really strong performance.
Yeah.
I don't know. It really did convince me. I feel positive that this horse can even improve more if the trainer gave him good workouts prior to
Yeah,
the
for
Preakness,
sure.
because that was his last race. I did see a solid performance. Once again, yes, it wasn't a big graded stakes. I think it was just a regular stakes so win at Oakland. Yeah, that's what I have. That's a contender. Like I told you, Sandman, Clever, 7 and 8 are my contenders to placing 1 and 2
Yeah, and that's got
in the Preakness.
Jose Ortiz on him out.
This one has yeah, he has Jose Ortiz, which I believe his prior jockey was Luis Saez, like we were
Yeah.
talking about yesterday. Luis Saez. It's gonna be a change of jockey. I'm not saying, like I said, I know Jose Ortiz is not Irad Ortiz, but he is a good jockey as well. And let's not
Yeah, for
underestimate him.
sure.
You have anything to say
No, I
about
mean
Clever again,
he's a good
Nicholas?
he's
No.
one of the top ones I had, and then today I found another one I like, just maybe a little bit more. But he'll be in my exotics.
Yes. All right, okay, and then we're going to our last horse. Our last horse of the 9 race horse field. I'm going to share that now. His name is Gosger. Gosger, I really don't. I was telling Nick before we started streaming, Gosger is probably a sleeper horse. I'm not saying he's gonna be the horse that's gonna win it, but he could probably be a horse that
Oh
makes you
yeah, with the
money
odds.
in the tries. He is like 30 to 1.
And then this is the
He is
fourth jockey that's ridden this horse in the last 4 races.
fourth
Yeah,
jockey.
he's at Irad
Wow.
Ortiz,
So
Edgar Zayas, Tyler Gaffion, and now he's going with Luis Saez.
so you're telling me he only has 3 starts. So in all his starts, he has a new
Yes.
jockey. Wow.
So they're still trying to find a good combination for this horse.
Okay. Okay. And it's crazy because if Luis Saez is leaving the 8 horse Clever again to ride this one, there has to
Yeah.
be something, right? There has to be something he likes. I will go ahead and bring his recent race up right now, which was Lexington at Keelan. I was telling Nick the reason why I think this horse is a sleeper horse, and by sleeper horse I mean nobody believes in him. He's 30 to 1. He does have 2 first place in his last 3 races. He did show a 103 feet speed figure. Sorry about that. At his at 6 furlongs, and I know that's not the race that we're looking for, but I feel he's a sleeper horse, guys. He's a sleeper horse, and I think you guys should keep an
Look
eye
at
on
the
him.
competition. Since you're on the screen. Yep. Tony.
Okay, I'm on. Which screen are you
Oh,
looking
you're
at
on
right
right
now?
now, though.
Okay.
Bracket
Do you want me
Buster
to click on the
and
Lexington one?
have you heard of these other horses?
Okay.
They don't even know them on their own farm.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Already offending the
I'm just
horses
saying.
from
I'm just saying. You gotta compare
from.
apples to apples. These guys are running with nobodies.
Damn, that's true. Like the horse that was supposed to be in the Preakness, Bullyard, the
Higness
one
though.
that dropped
Higness was
out
supposed to
as
be.
well.
And Bullard.
Yeah, Bullard. Yeah. Ah,
I
wow.
take that
Okay.
back.
Well, yeah, it's true. That's true. Let's see the race and we'll judge it. Tell me if you can see it on the screen. Can
Not
you see
yet.
it on the screen? Not yet. Okay, hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. I don't know why he's doing this today. We try our best to give you guys good footage. Just sometimes
Sometimes it's just on
these
top. Period.
tabs are just crazy. These tabs are just crazy, man. Good to go. And they're off. So this race, this is his last race, damn. So it's almost been a month since he's raced. It's been a month since he's raced in the Grade 3 race here at, well, not here, sorry, at Keelan Park. What do you see, Nick? Do you like what you see so far on this
Which one is
field?
he? Where do you go?
No, I'm saying like the field of losers
Yeah.
that you said he
I
was
mean,
he was racing. I was just trying
oh,
to
you're
be
being cute.
sarcastic. I believe he's the one horse on in this race. Let me double check for you. Yes, amigo, he's the one horse in
All
this
right.
race.
He's right here in what is he? Sixth place.
Yeah, he's 6th place. That is crazy if
I
he's a
played it back.
52 to
He's even
1.
going further back.
Is he the one horse?
He
Hold
gotta make
on. Is
his
this
move though.
information right? Yeah, he's a one horse in this race.
I got
That's
152
not
to 1. That can't be it.
Yeah, he can't be it. Well, the information I pulled up, sorry guys, I don't know what's going on.
The number 7? Obviously 6.
I'm assuming it's a number 6 horse. Okay, 4 to 1. Sorry guys, I don't know the stuff I pulled up on that link that we
Look at
have.
this.
It says he was a one horse. Okay, damn. I got lost in this race. I did not see.
Let's go
I'll go
back.
pull it back a little bit. Sorry.
Now we know what we're looking at.
So yeah, okay. Sorry guys.
He's running
I
fourth. He's
really
in
thought it
fourth,
was.
third or fourth.
Is he? I thought he was damn. The notes I have is wrong then because I got it from Horse Racing Nation. It says he was a one horse in this race, but he's a 6 horse, guys. We're looking at number 6. We had to run it back. It looks like he's in the pack. He's now stopped here. He was in the pack.
Just waiting. So after
He's
this
asking him
turn,
to go
and then he
there.
just pours it on.
He pours it on this field of losers. It looks like he kind of drifted,
Yeah.
right? Strong performance. Strong performance. Nothing too crazy to see. So, honestly, guys, I go back on what I said. Maybe Nick is right. He did not race against good competition. I didn't see anything positive out of this race. Looked like a normal race. Maybe I'll take back what I said. He's not gonna be in
And
your
he's the
exotic,
sixth.
guys.
Sixth, the fastest.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. He did not look
Yeah.
that strong, honestly.
So,
Yeah. So yeah. Going back to what the contenders, just to let you guys know, my contenders are the 7 horse and 8 horse, running 1 and 2 in front of
wow.
journalism. What do you think? What do you think, Nicholas? What do you have for
I'm
us?
gonna have to go with
What's the booming surprise? What's the
I'm gonna
booming
have to
surprise
go
for you?
with goal-oriented and journalism. 1, 2, back and forth, and then
Okay.
followed with Heart of Honor and River Thames. Yeah,
Wow.
that'll be in mine.
That's yeah. Then River Thames. See, that's what I'm telling you. See, now I go back and I think about it. It's like
Yeah, I'm gonna flip them. I'm gonna
River
do
Thames.
goal-oriented and journalism 1, 2, and then American. Not American. Sorry about that. Heart of Honor and River Thames 3, 4. Flip them both. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. It's just, now that you're telling me this, there's too much. There's too much wagers I'm gonna be doing on
Yeah.
this race.
I'm not just gonna put journalism to win. Journalism might come in second again, but it'll be goal-oriented. It's gonna be Baffert.
Yep.
Baffert's out to win this. Bradford somehow is gonna win.
He's been dry in these big
So if he
stake
doesn't come in,
races
if he
for a
doesn't win,
while.
he's coming in second. And I think it'll be journalism, and then it'll be Heart of Honor, either third or fourth, and then River Thames third or fourth.
Honestly, this was a really open field. I can tell you, out of the 9, 6 of them are gonna be contenders.
I mean, I think Sandman's not
Easily.
going to show up. I think he's going to let everyone down again. I think
Wow.
I think there's too much hype.
Wow.
I think they build him up too much.
Wow. I'm hoping you're wrong, Nicholas.
I don't know.
I'm hoping you're wrong.
I don't see it. I don't.
The Derby
Yeah.
showed you what he's made of.
Unless he likes
Man,
the smaller fields.
I'm just thinking that the 20 horse field was too much for him. I think he didn't know how to navigate. You know, once again, he is getting a plus jockey. You know, he's getting Johnny Velasquez, way more
Yeah.
experienced jockey than Jose. Sticking with Sandman. That's gonna be my number one pick.
Sandman with who else were you saying?
Now that there's other contenders, man, I think I'm gonna leave Clever again out, and I'm gonna put in River
Thames. All
Thames.
right.
That performance we just saw, freaking great, man. That was explosive. Yes, he lost to the Kentucky Derby winner, but man, who did he
Yeah,
lose
for
to,
sure.
right? Like he lost sovereignty. So yeah. Any closing remarks,
No, I just
Nicholas?
said, everyone do your homework. We're giving you our opinions. It's just our opinions.
Watch back our stuff, guys. Like just don't have it on repeat. Just go back to the key horses you guys think that we break down for you guys, and yeah, man. For me, I have nothing else to say. Sandman, River Thames,
All right, I'm
1,
going
2.
goal oriented and journalism. 1, 2.
Wow. Okay, you're leaving out
Heart of Gold is coming in
Heart of Honor.
third or fourth. I mean, Heart of
Heart of
Honor.
Honor. Wow. Okay. So
So
do
I'm
you?
gonna do
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
and then third of honor and mix third of honor River Thames 2, 3. I mean 3, 4.
You heard it. You heard it from the best, guys. Nicholas is a great,
So
and I have given you guys our picks, our contenders. Do your research.
always do your
homework.
research. Always go back.
Yeah.
And then you have the right to second guess everybody. Never go on someone else's opinion. Your best opinion is your own opinion.
Yeah. So that's it for today's episode, guys. Well, like, subscribe, and
For
share,
sure.
please. Please help us. Please help us build this platform. I know I've been repeating, but we're trying to get bigger. We only have 11 subscribers on YouTube. If you guys can help us and subscribe to our YouTube channel, that'll be great. Once again, I'm your
Nick.
host Tony.
All right,
signing
everyone.
off.
Good luck.